Coming up on Daytime, star of Spectre and Guardians of the Galaxy, Dave Bautista is here.
Plus, what does Dave think of Nick Cannon's pastel look?
All that and more because Daytime starts right now. Welcome to Daytime. I'm Cindy Edwards.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jen Holloway.
And I'm Jerry Penacoli. And wow, this is a big day for us here at Daytime. We got a big Hollywood star here.
Yes, we do. Big.
Big.
in stature.
Literally.
In so many ways. Have you seen the James Bond movie yet?
No.
Fantastic.
Okay, it is out of this world.
I just saw Trainwreck. I'm just a little behind.
If you haven't
You'll get there.
seen Spectre yet, you've got to go see it because it's killing at the box office.
Action-packed like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, it's amazing. And our first guest today, we are very excited about him because he is one of the huge stars of the new James Bond movie, playing villain Mr. Hinks.
And if you're a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy, you know him as Drax the Destroyer.
And if you follow WWE wrestling, you know him as a world heavyweight champion, some simply called the Animal.
Yes, the Animal. Take a look at Tampa's own Dave Bautista in action in the brand new Bond movie. Dave Bautista, welcome. We are so happy to have you.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
And we know you've been on a world tour for Spectre, so and you're home now here in Tampa.
Yeah.
We appreciate you stopping by. You almost killed Daniel Craig.
And he almost killed me in turn.
But wasn't that the scene that gave him a knee injury that shut down production
he actually
for 2 weeks?
Yeah, in the middle of a tussle, he tore his ACL. Yeah, so he actually had surgery like right in the middle of filming. So we came back to that scene towards the end, and then that's when he punched me right in the nose.
Broke your nose, right?
Yeah, it was like a little fracture in my nose. It was just his receipt, I guess.
But that's old hat. That's old hat for you. You've had your nose broken.
That was a funny thing because he said, "Oh my God, I broke his nose. I broke his nose," and I tussled around with it. And I said, "No, I think it's okay." It was just literally squirting blood. And I was like, because I'm really used to it. I know as odd as that sounds, but I'm just used to getting punched in the face.
Do you even have cartilage in your nose now?
This is rebuilt. So this is my second nose. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Second.
Yeah, this is my second.
Be careful out there.
This is my second version. Yeah.
Have you been hurt more in movies, or were you hurt more in the ring?
Oh, way more in the ring.
Way more.
Yeah,
and you did MMA too, as well.
Yeah,
right,
but
so
I've had,
obviously
like, like 13 surgeries throughout the years with WWE. I mean,
tons of fun.
So many people know you as a wrestler, but here you were able to make this successful transition into acting. That isn't easy to do. Tell us about that journey, that road to Guardians of the Galaxy, which was really your first big movie.
And that was the film that opened up doors for me because for 3 years, prior to that, I was struggling to get work. I had done a few films. And they did well.
Look at you.
Yeah.
That must have been a couple of hours of makeup.
It was like 4 hours a day to put on.
Didn't you have to like sit on a saddle and you had your hands on tennis balls?
Yeah, it's so funny you know that. Yeah, it was basically like standing up, pretty much. Yeah. But so that was it, man. I just pounded on doors, and finally, I was lucky enough to land the role of Drax, which I fought really hard for.
But wait, when you say pounding on doors, what exactly does that mean?
I literally had to I couldn't even get an agent. My agent finally took me on about a week before he sent me in for the audition.
Wow.
And it was just because it's just rough, man, making that transition because people put a certain label on you, especially when you look like me. I mean, I say jokingly that I look like I just broke out of prison, but I really do. And so they got stereotyped, they labeled me and also wanted to cast me in certain types of roles, which I wasn't really willing to take. I wanted real acting roles.
Was there some acting lessons? Did you?
Yeah, I worked with an acting coach. Like right off the bat, I was aware of what a horrible actor I was. So that was the first thing I did. I was aware, and I hired an acting coach and started, just working with him and then auditioning.
And you must be learning from the other actors that you're working with. You recently worked with De Niro, I understand.
Yeah, I'm literally learning on the job, still as we go. I've been put in a very fortunate situation where now I'm getting offered work. So, but I'm still learning. Yeah, I actually filmed that's coming out This weekend. It's going to be on demand, limited theaters, but yeah, De Niro, Kate Bosworth, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Morris Chestnut, like huge names.
Wow.
And Guardians of the Galaxy fans will be happy to hear that there is a sequel.
Yeah.
You're starting to film it when?
February, February in Atlanta. Going to film in the States and stuff.
Yeah. So you say doors are opening for you now. I mean, are scripts just flying into your agents? How does it work?
They're not really flying, but we are getting offered, and you know, and I'm actually meeting with people who are actually doing films rather than just casting agents who are, you know, just meeting me and just doing a meet and greet thing. I'm actually meeting with people who are actually saying this role would be great for you. This role, you know, if we have to. Now it's more of like a schedule thing. If I can fit into my schedule, because I've worked consistently since Guardians came out. Like I've been on the road working.
You're a man who likes to push yourself beyond your normal limitations and expectations.
Like,
what kind of role is out there that you really want to play, that you're a little afraid of, but you really want to do it and challenge yourself?
Like a romantic comedy, for instance?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a romantic comedy. It's hard for me to see myself in a lead. You know, I don't see I'm more of a character actor, and I like being in that position. But I covered it all this year. I did stuff for kids. I did comedies. I did a film with Melissa McCarthy. I really worked a lot of year this year and just covered kind of all my bases.
And speaking of romance, congratulations on your wedding. He's been married for a month now.
A whole month.
A whole month. Now, Sarah, her name is.
Yeah.
She's the new wife.
Beautiful.
I love this story that you shared with me in Mexico City when we were there for the premiere together. And tell everyone about, you know, your dream to wear a certain tuxedo in this particular marriage of yours.
Right. So it was just coincidence. The way it happened was, so I proposed to her a few years ago. And we've been engaged for a while. But my dream was I wanted to get married in the Skyfall tux, the blue tux. I wanted, you know, it was beautiful.
The James Bond.
The Bond tux.
James Bond tux. And I actually tried to have one made, and it wasn't right. It was just horrible, actually. And I ended up getting the job on James Bond, and we actually put our wedding off because I got the job. And so I went.
She loved that.
No, she was actually so supportive. This is why we're married. She's so supportive of me. But I went and I was talking to the designers and telling them the story, and about, you know, I wanted to get married. It was my dream to get married in a Skyfall tux, and they said, no problem, we'd make you one.
Yeah, look at that.
So they did. They made me one of this beautiful Skyfall tux, and that's when I got married.
Isn't that fantastic?
Congratulations.
So handsome.
Dream come true. All right, well, we have so much more with Mr. Hinks here from Spectre Dave Bautista after the break, including the meaning of one of your tattoos. Get ready to tell us a story.
Okay.
We're going to get personal.
It says DC Soldier, because you had quite the upbringing. You did. You came from a very, very rough childhood, which we're going to talk about when we come back.
Be right back. And we are back with Dave Bautista. Look at him drive. He's one of the stars of the new blockbuster Bond movie, Spectre. Okay, time to get personal with you, Dave.
Okay.
Let's talk about your upbringing, because it was rough.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. I grew up on the streets of Washington, D.C., and we were very poor. I mean, some of the times we couldn't afford food, poor. So it was just rough, and, you know, it's just one of those things. Now looking back on it, in retrospect, I think it made me the person I am.
Well, it also, I think it impacted who you became in terms of a young man, because you witnessed, what, murders on your front yard? How many murders?
No, not murders. I never saw the actual violence, but even as I was older in D.C., I've seen like 3 dead people. I saw one guy die right in front of me, in front of a nightclub that I was working. But
did you turn to a little bit of crime yourself?
Yeah, I did. You know, I did, and I think that's why I always say that people are products of the environment. Their environment. You know, no matter how good of a person they are, man, if they're just surrounded by the wrong things, seeing the wrong things, being around the wrong people, you know, they can be led down the wrong path.
How come you're here and not in jail?
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Which it could have gone.
That's one of the things. I was actually, you know, it's so funny because I was in a group home when I was younger, and that's when I kind of started lifting weights, and that's when I kind of fell in love with it. And then so I went in high school, and some friends of mine dragged me onto the wrestling team, and I just fell in love with it. And we were lifting. That's what we were doing, and working out all the time. And that was my first introduction to sports.
Saved you.
It saved me, man. It just made me feel so much better, and it was someplace, because I was always an introvert. So there was nowhere for me to just release, and that was where I found my release in my therapy.
Where's the DC soldier?
Yeah, it's here. It's under here.
And what is it? What's the meaning?
It's just, I was a street kid, man. That's who I was. I grew up in the streets of Washington, D.C., and that's who I was. I was, you know, I was fighting and hanging out with the wrong guys, and I was really a soldier. I mean, that's what we did when we went out the streets. We hung out, and we fought
And
a lot.
show us these real quick.
These ones really sum up who you are.
Those. They can get a shot of his both hands.
They do. I don't talk about these a whole lot, but these are, because I really...
Now let's say what this is.
This is passive by nature.
Passive
and that
by
really
nature.
is. I'm a very kind-hearted person.
Yes, you are.
But
And-
this
and
is
violent by choice.
There you go.
Have you gotten any tattoos to commemorate any of your movies or the Bond movie?
No, but I have a couple that I'd like to do. You know, I'm running out of space, but...
You're pretty tatted up. If you go
am,
online and
I'm pretty
Google
covered,
him, you'll
man.
see.
Yeah,
You'll
okay.
see.
I
Dave, we're not done with you yet.
Right.
You're going to try something that you've probably never done before on the show.
He's going to be one of our fashion experts. That's right.
He'll be great.
But
He'll be
thank you
great.
again so much for coming in.
No, thanks for having me.
Hometown Boy makes it really good,
Yeah.
and we're so proud of you.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. I was so excited when we met in Mexico City and you told me you're local. I was like, man, you got to have me on.
See, well, you'll be back.
Thank you.
You
We
kept your
appreciate
promise.
it.
Thank
Yeah.
you. All right.
Spectre's in theaters now, everyone. Check it out.
That's
We'll be
right.
back.
All right, what do you say we take a look at some of the latest trends on the red carpet, and this week, the pink carpet. That's right, it is time for our fashion wrap.
And joining us on the couch are two of our regulars, fashion blogger Jeanette Johnson and fashion stylist Tina Jackson. And our special guest today is wrestler turned actor Dave Bautista, also known as a fashionista.
And lucky for Dave, our first look up today is a guy. So let's take a look at this. Nick Cannon, he is on the pink carpet at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. He's newly single, by the way. So what do you guys think of this look?
I mean, I think he's channeling his Hugh Hefner. He came to pimp all the Vicky girls. I don't know. I'm not liking it. It's the suit is like so skinny, and then he has this white tie and the hat and the embellished shoes. It's just too much going on with that bright pink
I
suit.
like the suit. I wish the tie was a little thinner, skinnier, but I like the look, and he can pull it off.
I say lose the hat and actually really like it. It's Victoria's Secret. It's playful, and he's known to be kind of a flashy dresser. So
And
I
Dave,
don't
he
know.
borrowed your shoes for this one.
He just lost me at I agree, the tie's way too fat, but the shoes are just, man.
Yeah.
He might be able to pull it off if you get rid of it.
If it was a little bit more balanced, I think he could have pulled it off, because I think another guy wore a colored suit as well, but he made it look much different. It was very simple. And, you know.
Little much. It's almost like a female if she would have like big bracelets and big earrings and big necklace.
Yeah,
Too
it's too
much.
flashy.
There's Sophia Bush. Okay, she's at the Glamour Woman of the Year Gala in New York at Carnegie Hall. And she is wearing a pink Zac Posen gown. And personally, I don't like that crop bit there.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
just, it's ruining the line of the dress for me.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. It looks kind of like bridesmaidish, you know, with the satin. Again, it's so hard to wear
Satin's a
satin
tough
on the
fabric.
red carpet, and it doesn't fit her properly. You know, it's not tailored to fit her body properly. So, yeah, I say no to it.
It just screams prom.
Yeah.
You know, and she has such a cool, trendy style usually. I'm just so surprised. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, I don't know. She's so cute. She usually dresses kind of like rocker, and I'm like, I don't know. It's just so prom.
It's not
Looks
made
like
well
a costume or
either.
something.
Dave, what do you think?
It just doesn't fit her well, and the flappy thing is just...
That
not-
flappy
thing.
That's the off-putting part.
It's like a faux cape.
Yes.
To the front, on the wrong side.
Okay, let's move on.
Not so much. Next is Iman. She is showing off her fabulous curves in this fitted jumpsuit, obviously with large, oversized silk puffed sleeve embellishments.
Yeah.
Too much or just
you know,
right?
for her, I love it. I mean, anyone else, I don't know, could pull it off, but I love what she did with her hair with the nice, you know, clean pixie cut. And she's channeling her Somalian, you know, culture. They're big on embellishments and going over the top. And if anyone can do it, I think she can pull it off.
Agreed. Iman can pull this off, and I think because it's pants instead of a dress, it changes it for me, and it makes it more modern.
Exactly.
Like it just feels more fresh with the pantsuit. I think
She's
it's
telling
just
that
kinda
whole
cool.
80s vibe. I
Yeah,
love that. And
totally. That's what I saw.
Dave, do you like it?
You know, and this is coming from a man's point of view.
Totally.
I think she's such a beautiful woman, and she got such a beautiful shape. I think it's just kind of, it takes away from that.
Distracting.
With the big, it's like big shoulder pads. To
Be
me.
hard to stand
I'd
next
rather
to
see
her,
her
too.
beautiful shoulders and her arms.
Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of does. Kind of have that football player type of.
Let's move on. Lupita Nyong'o. We've seen her many times recently in dainty flowing evening dresses. Well, here you can see she's form-fitted head to toe in this custom Jason Wu dress. It's
Kind of a blue-green. In some pictures it looked blue, some it looked green.
Right. I love it. I love the shape of the dress. I love how it fits her. It fits her to the T. I don't know if I'm feeling the color on her. Again, her dark skin, I feel like she needs to wear more colors that brighten her up a little bit and makes
Which
her look
she
more
typically
vibrant.
does.
Yeah. So that's the only thing. But the fit of the dress and the shape of it, the little cutouts, I love it.
Yeah.
I think she looks amazing. I mean, the color, the fit, everything's amazing. I just wish she would add a little color.
Yeah.
Maybe like a really colorful necklace or a purse or something along those
Right,
lines, just to jazz it up a little, because I think we are used to
Very
seeing her in such
monochromatic.
colorful.
Dave, do you like it?
I was thinking the same thing. I love the color on her. I just think there's something missing. She needs some jewelry or something.
Something brighter.
Needs to bling it up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe even a pop of color on her lips.
I think he's a secret fashionista.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, add some accessories, add a pop of color.
It is no secret.
He's got the whole lingo down.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, one more Selena Gomez.
There it
Selena
is.
Gomez in a patent leather Valentino. She looks quite dapper. What do you
I
guys
love
think?
it.
Yeah.
I like
You
it.
do?
I do.
I think it looks like a Halloween
I
costume.
love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
All
love it,
she's
love it.
missing is the whip.
Maybe that's why I love it.
I like it.
You go, girl.
I was thinking the same thing. I love everything about it.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Like to see your
Okay.
wife in that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I like it.
Thank you very, very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Dave, thanks
Thank you
again.
for having us. Good
Ashley,
job.
we appreciate your efforts.
So let's hey, we're going to throw it over to Jerry. Jerry, over to you.
All right, the holidays are upon us, and we all know what that means. Too many things to do, never enough time to do them all, right? But when we are hosting that holiday party, how can we make sure that we make the time for what matters most, our family and our friends? Well, we've got, I love this woman, Chef Ingrid Hoffman with us now to offer her best tips on how to be a holiday hosting hero. Dun, da, da, da. Ingrid, nice to see you. Now you're
Thanks for having me.
Of course, you're in the heart of ham country, Smithfield, Virginia.
That's correct. I am in the center of the universe of ham, Smithfield, Virginia, and I can't begin to tell you how delicious this is. And I am so excited.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me once
Of course.
again.
Well, let's talk about how we can alleviate some of the holiday stress when it comes to hosting a party this time of year.
Well, you said it. For me, especially, the holidays start with family. And one of my reasons for partnering up with Smithfield is that family is at the center of everything that they do. And together, we've come up with some really versatile, easy, and flavorful recipes that people can actually make to make their holidays super easy. And so one of the things that I grew up with, actually, because mom was all about smart recipes, and to clarify what that means make ahead recipes that you can do days before, weeks before, freeze ahead, and just heat up, which is a smart recipe, and other recipes that are halfway there already, and that you just need to heat them up and worry about beautiful garnishes. Great example of that is my centerpiece here, my sliced spiral ham. You just bake it, heat it up for depending the minutes varies 10 to 12 minutes per pound at 275 degrees. It comes with the signature glaze already. So voila, your centerpiece and delicious center of your meal is done.
Yeah.
Here's another great idea. I've taken a pork loin that already comes marinated and seasoned, which means it's almost there. I've cut it in half. I've stuffed it with cornbread. You can stuff it with anything you like. And then I wrapped it with bacon, baby. And anything wrapped in bacon is a star, right?
Absolutely.
You're laughing and drooling. This is
Yes, I am.
so good.
No, these
And
look-
this
these look
you can make a
great.
month ahead.
Yeah, of course. And you know what? That ham that you have there is always a family favorite. Everybody loves a good ham. And I love a pork loin. And then
I tell you.
You doctor it and you make it your own, which is fantastic. What else do you have, Ingrid?
And the leftovers of that ham, you turn it into ham tacos, into ham soup with the bone. And last but not least, if you want to be like Master Chef Baker, completely cheated, one of the hottest trend in food is mixing sweet with salt. Bacon in desserts. So you can even do a store-bought apple pie. Get our applewood smoked bacon, to foil it over, interlace it. Hey, one can always fudge looking like Top Chef.
Absolutely. Well,
all
Ingrid,
of these recipes.
Yes, where can we find out where all these recipes are?
Not just these, but many more tips and tricks at smithfield.com. If I were you guys, that should be the first stop, just so that you can plan your menu in your head and use all the tips and tricks that we have for you. And happy holidays.
Happy
Thanks for having me again, Jerry.
Mwah. We'll see you at the next year's Eat, Sip, and Savor St. Pete event. All right, Ingrid? Thanks so much.
Yeah.
All right. And Daytime will be right back.